And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. All the institutions are all jumping in. All the institutions are getting set up. We're going over article after article showing how these institutions are getting set up for crypto. And some people out there are like, oh, but the crypto prices are down. Something's wrong. That's called dumb money. So you got rich money, smart money, and then you have dumb money. The dumb money are people that are here today, gone tomorrow. Buy the crypto today, sell tomorrow. Buy today, sell off tomorrow. It's truly sad. That's why if you think like that, you'll be broke. The smart money is getting all set up with crypto. This crypto, okay, this is for the dumb money. This is for the dumb money. These cryptos can't be this cheap to work. There's no way. It's not possible. The banks and institutions are buying the crypto on dark pools like I've showed you probably a couple years ago. I've been talking about this for a long time. I've shown you for about 3 years now about dark pools, and that is how the rich and the institutions buy crypto and you don't see it. You don't see a price go up, none of this stuff, because it's dark pools. It's how it's all done. Now, the smart people out there are watching Crypto Hulk Show and they're learning all of this. Smart people have more than 8 to 10 minutes to watch my program. See, what I do personally is I invest in myself. I've only worked out 6 days a week. 40 years now. I only go to a cold plunge just about every day to make myself better. I went to college, got a degree, on and on. I spend a ton of time finding news for yous. What we do on the show is it's educational is what it basically is. The show's educational. If you want, see, it's kind of like this. You get out of something what you put in. And if you don't put much in, guess what? You don't get much out. It's just how it goes. Today's show, today's program, we're going to look at the institutions and see what they're doing. See, what I do is I watch institutions. I don't listen to what they tell us. I watch what they do. They're telling you crypto's bad, crypto's bad. All these years, JP Morgan, all the countries, but at the same time, they're telling you it's bad. They're buying it. They're investigating it. They're making their own blockchains. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. And they're buying it. And they're making their own blockchains and telling you all these things. What we do on Crypto Hulk Show is we just look at what is happening. Now, I don't know everything. All I do is I research and I report what I find. That's it. I don't know how all this stuff works. I know that there's a lot of these people that are running shit. They do a lot of secretive things. I've already pointed out no other channel. I've already pointed out Ripple China, Ripple Russia, and all these things. They've had all this stuff. They've had all this technology done. I don't know why it's taken so long. I've shown the evidence. They've already had it done. Ripple Singapore, they had wallets. Ripple's going to come out with crypto wallets. You'll see. It'll be, oh, yeah, it's the release of the new wallet. They've had this shit since Ripple Singapore. You're going to watch. I've been predicting this. Just like I showed you 3 years ago, Ripple Singapore with wallets and all that, crypto wallets. Ripple's going to announce they have wallets. You watch. That'll be the next thing they announce. Anyhow, welcome back to the program. My name's Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. None of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about finances. I don't know anything at all. What I do know is how to score big: heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine. I smoke it, eat it, ingest it, inject it, you name it. I find a way to get high. I stay high with methamphetamines, all kinds of stuff. I stay high 24/7. Any kind of financial or crypto advice you think you're getting from me, it's heavily drug induced. Okay. And of course, Stephen Morris says those are rookie numbers. Wouldn't you know it? Okay. If you look below my channel, let's go to Crypto Hulk. So you go to YouTube, you go to my channel, you're looking at the live video right there. Let's look right below the video. You see a box that says Crypto Hulk's Crypto Broker, and to the right of that it says more. You click on more, bam. So now you have a Kevin Brown video. It says, watch this broker video. Underneath that, Crypto Hulk's law firm. And in there it shows underneath, like at the very top of that box, there's the Caleb Brown link right there. So there you have it. Now, we're going to get into a company called Figure. This is how it's all going down, everybody. They're getting it all set up. People are like, oh, but the crypto prices are down. You have no idea what's going on. You're so fucking stupid. If you watch Crypto Hulk Show, you're going to know. Figure. There's a company called Figure. If you watch Crypto Hulk Show, you are going to know what the biggest in the crypto industry are doing. The biggest banks, the biggest financial institutions. You're going to know what they're doing and what cryptos they're doing with. None of this is a mystery on Crypto Hulk Show. This is so fucking easy. The problem is people only want to watch a show for 10 minutes. Well, you're going to get 10 minutes. You're going to get 1/5 the amount of information you need. And that's your choice. You have a free choice to spend whatever amount of time you want doing whatever. I've been cranking out free shows for 5.5 years. If you don't get rich off cryptocurrency, you're just fucking stupid. That's just how it is. You have shit for brains. Because there is no fucking way you can watch my program and not end up rich. You'd have to be a complete fucking ignoramus. All right. The title of this is Figure is a company. Figure releases on-chain public equity network for direct stock lending. This is what's going on in the world. In the world of finance, I want you to see what's going on, how all these rich companies. Figure Technology Solutions is the name of the company. Figure Technology Solutions. A blockchain native capital marketplace has launched the on-chain public equity network. It's called Open. On-chain public equity network. It's allowing companies to list their equity native on blockchain. Unlike other tokenization efforts, the firm says open equities are blockchain registered, not a tokenized version of DTCC securities. So this is what's different. Now, I don't completely understand how all this stuff works because I'm not a financial advisor. I think I might have said that for the starting of every show for the past 5.5 years. I don't know. What do I know? It's all the drugs, right? So what's interesting is that open equities are blockchain registered. They're not tokenized versions of DTCC securities. That's interesting. Naming itself. So here we go. Here's the first time you're ever going to see this, and this is on Crypto Hulk Show, naming itself the first public equity trading native on public blockchain. The firm explains that equities will trade on a limit order book using Figure's alternative trading system, ATS, opening the door for continuous trading. Shareholders will be able to use Figure's democratized prime. It's a decentralized finance. It's a DeFi. See, I want you to see something. I'm going to make a prediction, and I hope it doesn't come true. Our government is going to shut us down from earning interest on stable coins and crypto and from staking and DeFi as much as they can. But it's going to be okay if you're an institutional investor, okay? That is the prediction I have. The rich people are going to be able to keep having money in perpetuity. That means forever. They put $1 million in, you live off the interest, you never touch the principal, you just keep having money forever. They will not allow us to do that. That's my prediction. I hope it doesn't come true. Now, what I see coming true is all these rich people, they're having staking, yield farming, DeFi, and all these. It's okay for them. That's what I'm seeing here. It's A-okay for companies and rich people, qualified investors. It's okay for them, but not okay for us. It's okay for us to spend all of our crypto, but we can't earn it anyway, but we can spend it. And our crypto amounts become lower and lower while theirs keep going up and up and up. That's how this works. Just letting you know. Shareholders of the company called Figure, it's something called democratized prime. Democratized prime is what they call it. It's a decentralized finance protocol to borrow against and lend out their stock so they can borrow. See, you got $10 million of crypto, right? Okay. Here's how you don't get taxed. You take a loan out on it. Maybe you just never happen to pay it back. And you, what do they call here? You lend it. So when you lend, that means you get interest. So you keep getting money forever and ever and ever. These are the things that the rich people will have that you and me will not have. That's my prediction. I hope I'm completely wrong. And you can say, Crypto Hulk, you were wrong. And I'll be like, you know what? That's a good thing that I was wrong. But I know rich people, and their goal is to stay rich by keeping others poor. That's how you do it, okay? Mike Cagney. So the guy who is the executive chairman, his name is Mike Cagney. He works at Figure, and he says, Open reinvents equity trading, the significant benefits over the centralized incumbent model incent companies. Incent? I haven't really heard that word. I've heard of incentivize, but not incent. But okay, let's continue. I guess you learn something new every day, don't you? The incumbent model incent companies to use open and their investors to demand it. After originating over $20 billion in on-chain credit, we're now excited to bring public equity to Provenance blockchain. Now, we're going to talk about a crypto here, so that's why I'm reading all this. I'm showing you what the rich are doing and what we're not going to be allowed to do. Open is designed to provide several advantages to both listing companies and shareholders over the current centralized equity capital market. Blockchain registry reduces the cost and capital requirements mandated by the DTCC. Oh, now the DTCC, just to let you know what they are, they clear every let's say, stock transition for derivatives, they clear every derivative transaction in the entire world. The DTCC clears $4 quadrillion a year worth of derivatives. Truly amazing. And the DTCC works with R3 Corda, which is the XDC crypto. The DTCC is working with the Canton network, which we've bought. And the Canton network is working with Rise, which is a crypto that you also need to get. You can buy all these on Caleb and Brown except Rise. Let's continue. It's RIZE. Figure plans to be the first issuer. The company Figure plans to be the first issuer to use Open, having filed a public registration settlement November 2025 using the Open network. The firm also intends to support frictionless two-way exchange of Open stock for its NASDAQ equity. The NASDAQ is currently using R3 Corda platform with the XDC crypto. I already showed you that article. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. Now, you have a market maker, which is called Jump Trading. They have begun preparing to onboard to the blockchain and enable to provide market making. BitGo's involved with this Open. Now, let's do a little deep dive in this right here. I had Grok look up Figure Technologies. It's on the NASDAQ, which is already using crypto. Let's look here. Figure Technology Solutions was founded in 2018 as a blockchain native capital marketplace focused on enhancing efficiency and transparency. The company has grown rapidly, originating over $20 billion in on-chain credit by January 2026. It filed for an IPO in August 2025. Mike Cagney is the guy that started it. He previously is the co-founder and CEO of something called SoFi. And he worked at SoFi from 2011 to 2017, where he built it into a major fintech player before resigning amid workplace controversies, including allegations of sexual misconduct. Oh, my gosh, he was having a little bit of too much fun at work there. Let's see. According to Grok, he had consensual relationships with subordinates. Oh, screwing the pooch. And a toxic environment. Oh, man. He must have been having fun working there. He has a background in financial technology with experience in student loan. Oh, I bet he has experience with students. Experience in student loans and personal loans and mortgages. Yeah, buddy. Now, June O. Her name is June, last name O-U. She's a co-founder, but previous chief technology officer at SoFi, where she worked alongside Cagney. Oh, so she might have, I don't want to get into it, but her and good old Mikey boy might have been bumping uglies. So when he left the company, she didn't want to be alone. She needs a tune-up occasionally, so let's keep going here. Crypto Hawk, is all this necessary? I'm just giving a little background here so you understand. You understand where we're coming from and where we're going. You got to have some fun. I mean, you got to have some laughs. Provenance blockchain is a layer 1 blockchain for financial services, and it uses the hash token, HASH. Now let's look up this hash token. I got it right here. It's 2 cents. It's almost 3 cents a piece. Copy and paste. Hulk's giving us the rated G version. I wonder what the office parties. They were probably playing Naked Twister and someone caught them. Okay. The hash token. There you go. It's called Provenance Blockchain or hash. And in the past year, it's actually up 27%. 29% actually now. I updated it from yesterday. So it's up 30% in the past year. Not a bad deal. While most cryptos are dumping, this sucker's going up over the past year. So let's continue with the deep dive here. Let's see. Providence. Okay, they have a stock. Oh, damn, it's up 196%. If you're interested in the stock, it's FIGR. I would probably look into getting this one. Let me look at the NASDAQ. FIGR. Figure, here we are. Okay, it costs $56. Actually, my bad. About $65. $65. Dollars. DOLLAS. Dollars. Let me do a copy and a paste. If you're interested, you can buy the hash crypto for 2 cents, or if you want to buy the stock, it's $65. 65. That's FI. $65. Art. God, he's talking about the art token still. Okay, that was a while ago. Let's see. Now, what's a little interesting is 5 years ago, they applied for an OCC, National Bank Charter. And Grok is like, there's no outcome on what happened. We don't know what happened. Now, they raised money, and Morgan Creek Digital gave them, well, they raised $200 million total. And the names of the company involved in this, Morgan Creek Digital, Apollo Global, DST Global, Ribbit Capital, Digital Currency Group. Oh, that's huge. They got massive players in here giving them money. Yeah. 6th Street gave him like $200 million. God. So this company gets plenty of money from venture capitals. Apollo, 6th Street, Victory Park, Longbridge Capital. Figure isn't a single crypto, but leverages blockchain and crypto extensively. They have a token. It's called Hash. It's on the Provenance blockchain. You earn about 3. If you put money into this company, it earns about 3 to 9% APY. Their yields in their stocks. It's back there where they make their money. The 3 to 9% they pay you, it's backed by treasuries and home equity lines of credit used in DeFi on DeepBook. Oh, Deep, which is SUI, SUI. So you heard of that crypto called SUI, SUI? That's who's integrated into this. It says here, borrow against Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana at fixed rates. You get 10% APR. So who's involved with Figure? They got a lot of partners here. Jump Trading, BitGo, SUI, the SUI network. They deploy yields natively on SUI. Ondo Finance, oh God, that's big. That's BlackRock's partner right there. 6th Street, Victory Park Capital, Crypto Runner, Apollo Global Management, New York Community Bank Corp. You got Ready Life, Codability. BlackRock's a partner. BlackRock provides partnership. Oh God. So that hash crypto, you got BlackRock all in this. Just letting you know. Not a big deal. It's only 2 cents. You can be welfare poor and still buy it. Partnerships for crypto traditional finance convergence. Details are substantiated but tied to $130 billion market capture. So BlackRock, I think, has something to do with $130 billion of this company. Microsoft's their partner. NVIDIA is their partner. Radium and Chainlink are their partners along with Solana. And these banks, Morgan Creek, etc. So that is your first crypto right here, hash. And let me click out of that. And there's the coin. Let me check some comments. The next crypto we're going to talk about is Centrifuge. We've gone over it before. Hi, Hulk. You mentioned ART, AART token a while ago. It's up 219% for the year. Yep, we went over ART. I remember that one. People are pumping that thing up just like we did. It'll go back down unless there's any fundamental news that's massively important. But a lot of times it's just all speculation. That's fine. We've had cryptos that go up 2,100%. So not really impressed with ART going up 219%. But I mean, it's better than nothing. If you're bored, it brings a little bit of excitement to your life. But still, 200% of what? 0.005 cents, so it's not really a whole lot. ART is a token on Solana. It's all ART. I'm kind of taking a look at it right now. They got NFTs, real world assets on their platform. ART is a DeFi protocol on Solana. It's focused on Web3. They take real world assets and NFTs and digital object tokens. It aims to bridge traditional industries. It has identity verification and ownership. Yeah, the coin is it's got like 4 zeros in front of it. So when it's up 200%, the coin didn't really go up much because it's still got 4 zeros in front of it. We'd have to look at how much liquidity there is. That's probably what happened. If something has very small liquidity, 24-hour trading volume of $11,000 to $23,000. So it's pretty small. So it's easy to pump. So it's all speculative. Let's take a little looky here. Enhances ownership, creation, collection, trading, renting. The token emphasizes practical adoption in real-world assets, NFTs, and AI. The builders and the pioneers of this, they're not really mentioned. So that's part of the problem there. We don't really know who made this. There's a lack of transparency. Not that that's always bad, but we just don't really know who made this and who's putting it all together. There's no founders. There's no team. They don't name. There's no named founders in official documents or art. Like, nobody knows who made this shit. So that's already like a warning sign right there. When you don't know who the founders are and who made it and who the board of directors and all these things, like that creates a not good situation. So they had award-winning wine producers. I remember this one. Yeah, it's got the Swede Network team. Coca-Cola's involved with it. Woohoo, go Coke. I mean, Coke is good if you're snorting it like me and Zoltar every day, but okay, so the Republic of Serbia's Security Commission for Virtus Winery Real World Asset Model sets a compliance standard for physical asset tokenization. So they tokenized like a winery, I believe. Back in 2021, so like 4 years ago, they put $4 million of private funding into the metaverse to build metaverse NFT. We all know right now ain't nothing happening in the metaverse, so at least right now. So I'm not really seeing anything about this art token right now. That, I mean, it's great for pumping and dumping back in the day, but if we were to like actually want to invest in this and hold it, but so far I'm not seeing anything to hold it. The latest news was like from May 2025. So really hasn't done anything in like, I don't know, 7, 8 months. That's not a good sign. Yeah, there's really nothing. It hasn't done anything it kind of got popular about 2021 and then kind of fizzled out. So there's your art token. I wouldn't even touch this thing anymore. It was great when we pumped it and dumped it. We probably made some money on it, but other than that, this thing's worthless. All right, let's check some comments here and get back to the show, and that's faux show. Sheeny Lee. I can't find hash. Because you have to go. Let me go to this next article here. Centrifuge. Here we go. We talked about this one like 9-10 months ago at least. Told you it was going to be massive. It's going to be massive. You have to import the token on Kepler. The Kepler wallet. Okay, Centrifuge. Here's a crypto right here. Oh, you're going to love it. Centrifuge selects Chronicle as the primary Oracle partner. Centrifuge is a crypto. Chronicle is the Oracle, but there is no crypto token for it. It's not like Chainlink. Chainlink is an Oracle company, and they have a crypto called Chainlink. But in this case, Chronicle doesn't have the crypto. All you can buy in this particular story here is Centrifuge, CFG, and I believe you can buy it at Caleb and Brown. Centrifuge has selected Chronicle, an Oracle infrastructure powering financial data on chain, as its primary Oracle partner. This partnership sets up Chronicle as the data foundation for tokenized assets deployed on Centrifuge's platform. The collaboration enables Centrifuge's asset managers and users to scale tokenized funds, credit portfolios, and structured products. By selecting Chronicle, the Oracle, Centrifuge uses Chronicle's proof of asset. It's an Oracle framework for verifiable tokenized asset data to verify assets on its platform. Proof of asset independently verifies the reserve composition and holdings level data of tokenized assets, delivering the transparency and integrity institutions require for risk management. So what does this Oracle do? Again, it verifies the reserve composition and it verifies the holdings level of a tokenized asset. So it reports, does a company have what it's supposed to have in reserves? This aims to transform tokenized assets from the static representation into usable data-rich instruments. Probably ISO 20022. Building institutional trust in tokenized assets requires more than innovative fund structures. It depends on the integrity of the underlying data. Information is what you're paying for. Let's do a little deep dive here into this article. And this thing goes deep. Oh, dear God. The partnerships. Holy shit. Let's start up at the top. Centrifuge is a decentralized, so we went over this crypto, it's CFG. Centrifuge is a decentralized protocol for tokenizing and managing real-world assets on-chain. Centrifuge bridges traditional finance with decentralized finance. Centrifuge enables asset managers to digitize funds, credit portfolios, structured products, equities, and other assets into compliant programmable tokens. It does it all. Centrifuge operates as a multi-chain platform deployed on Ethereum, Base, Arbitrum, Avalanche, BNB, Plume. That's another crypto. Plume is one of my top 10 cryptos. Plume, Plume. You can buy that at Caleb Brown. So Plume is one of the partners of this. They focus on institutional grade compliance. Let's see here. Centrifuge is fully Ethereum virtual machine native on Ethereum for better DeFi interoperability. Centrifuge addresses inefficiencies in traditional securitization by making assets liquid 24/7. Let's look here. Centrifuge powers real-world asset collateral in protocols like Aave, MakerDAO, which is now called Sky, Morpho, Pendle, Pendle. Latest news. The latest news for Centrifuge is in January this month, they chose Chronicle, which is what we're talking about. They chose Chronicle as the primary Oracle partner. Now, back in July, when we were talking about Centrifuge, they collaborated with the Standard & Poor's Dow Jones Industrial Average on the first tokenized S&P index fund on Base. So again, here we have first mover advantage. This Centrifuge collaborated back in June with the Standard & Poor's, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, on the first tokenized S&P 500 index funds on the Base network. That's massive right there. So this crypto is the first one. Accelerators. Venture capital. You got Arrington involved in this. That's Michael Arrington. That's Brad Garlinghouse's best friend in crypto. Circle Ventures is involved in this. Spartan Group, Block Tower, Galaxy, IOSG is involved. IOSG is a massive venture capital company. We'll probably look into them in a little bit after this. They're so massive. You've got Coinbase Ventures involved in this. Republic Digital, Coinbase Ventures, Kraken Ventures, Franklin Templeton. This Centrifuge is massively tied in with the industry's biggest. You've got Archax. Okay, you've got Archax, which is a massive Ripple partner. Fireblocks for custody. That's what Caleb Brown uses, Fireblocks. You've got Falcon X is involved. Wormhole. Oh my God. Massive Ripple partner. Wormhole's involved in making this happen. They joined up July of 2025. You got the Plume Network, PLUME. They joined in May 2025. Those are two cryptos at Caleb Brown that I personally own. They're in my top 10-ish. Plume Network and Wormhole. Aave's involved. MakerDAO, Morpho, Block Tower. Archax is involved. Fireblocks. Chainlink is involved. Now that's interesting because they're using they're using Chronicle, but I guess they're also using Chainlink. Now that's weird. because they're advertising, they chose Chronicle, but yet Chainlink is their partner. That's maybe Chainlink or Chronicle is using Chainlink for oracles. I find that very interesting. Yeah, that is I don't know how that's happened. Let me move on. That's kind of a trip. We got Monad mixed up in this, Plasma mixed up in this. Now, IOSG is a company that's given this company money. IOSG is a research-driven, community-friendly, early-stage venture capital founded in 2017. They basically give brand new companies money. That's what IOSG does, and they're doing this with Chronicle and working with Centrifuge. The companies of IOSG are massive. Let's look at their partnerships here. Polkadot, ZK Sync. GameFi. Let me get their list. You got Hashkey, Polychain, Tribe Capital. Here's a list of their partners. IOSG is partnered up with Celestia, Egen Layer, Scroll, ZK Sync, Nil Foundation, Mina, Artweave, Cosmos, Polkadot, Near, Arbitrum, Starkwave, 1inch, OX, Yuma, Big Time, Illuvium, CyberConnect, Centrifuge, Carve, Avalanche, Conflux, like that crypto Conflux we bought, Definity, IoTex, Marlin, Oasis Labs, Fala, Monad, Morpho, Brink, ChainSafe, DBank, DHedge, Dodo, Bluefin, Impossible Finance, Kyber. Oh my God, that's massive. Kyber, MakerDAO, Magana. We can go on and on and on and on and on. I can't read anymore. This is way too much. It just keeps going. There's probably 150 companies. So that is Centrifuge working with Chronicle. And that is the Centrifuge connection. This goes really deep in the world of finance. So I just wanted to show you what Centrifuge, that they're involved in the future of finance here, working with Chronicle. And that's, let me take a quick look. We got 12 minutes left. Let me check some comments here. Good morning, Hulk. Maria Sangria. Okay, let's go to the next one. State Street, next deep dive, incoming. Let's knock this out in 12 minutes. State Street is massive. What I'm trying to show you today and the past couple days is just these institutions are all diving in. While all the dumb money is afraid, well, the crypto's not going up, oh no. While the dumb money thinks all that, the smart money's coming in, getting all set up with crypto. State Street launches, oh my God, a digital asset platform, a crypto platform. State Street has probably $50 trillion in assets. 50 trillion. And what are they doing? Oh, just setting up a crypto platform. Not a big deal. There ain't nothing happening with crypto. Don't worry. You don't even have to listen to this article. Everything will be fine. State Street has announced the launch of its crypto platform in a bid to allow the company to bridge the gap between TradeFi and digital finance, acting as the connection point between platforms and clients. The platform is said to include wallet management. Oh, they getting wallets, everybody. What did I tell you? Ain't nothing happening in crypto until we got wallets, crypto laws, tokenization. Now, all that shit, you've got to be able to hold a wallet. Now, you got to be able to go to the gas station to buy gas with crypto. You got to be able to go to the grocery store and buy crypto, get your crypto and buy groceries. All these things have to happen. Think about it. These people are making all these price predictions. That's so fucking stupid. That's like a desperate 80-year-old hooker on a Monday night at 2 a.m. in Las Vegas when it's 35 degrees out. The 80-year-old is out there strutting her stuff. The platform is said to include wallet management, custodial, and cash capabilities, in addition to its design intended to support tokenized product development across jurisdictions, covering private and public permission blockchains. The president of Investment Services of State Street says he sees the launch as marking a significant step in State Street's crypto strategy, and that the company is moving into practical, scalable solutions that meet the highest standards of security and compliance. The platform is built on a client partnership model that ensures ongoing evolution. Oh, there we go. Evolution, revolution. Evolution in line with the market needs. Oh, the market needs? Oh, really? That's interesting. Because I thought crypto was bad. Now the market needs it. So, well, we got to make it. The market needs it. And the customers got to have this. And we're going to stay compliant. Are you seeing how all this stuff's just getting rolled out and the masses have no idea? This is what's truly sad. This is going to separate us from the normies. The normies have no idea what's going on. They watch CNN, NBC, ABC, and they watch their little talk shows like The View and shit. They're totally missing out on all this news that I'm showing you right here. They have no idea. Let's do a little deep dive on the article. State Street Corporation is a what? A global financial services giant, managing over $51 trillion in assets. That is unimaginable. I can't even comprehend how much that is. That's how big we're talking about here. A company that has $51 trillion in assets is now going to tokenize all $51 trillion of that. Now, I've already done the show a couple days ago. If Canton Coin was determined to be the tokenizing agent for this, and then you got BNY Mellon with $57 trillion in assets. We already did. I mean, what if you put Canton Coin? Let me do that. Let me ask Grok. Canton Coin. I'm asking Grok right now if Canton coin were to be used by BNY Mellon and State Street to tokenize everything, about how much it would be worth. And this is all speculation, hypothetical. And these are just two companies. All we're doing is just two companies, not including the whole. Canton has like 300 to 400 customers. I'm only asking Grok so I can see two of their customers. So we're only talking about $107 trillion, not the whole market. If they're looking at it, it would be like $2 a coin. Grok's still thinking, putting all these numbers together. Okay, Grok finally came back. Now Grok's giving me a history of who the people of the board of directors are. And he's really giving me a lot of information I'm not asking for, but I guess I got to put up with it. Now it's giving me all the news, the latest news with Canton Coin. Yeah, this thing really. That Canton coin is just so massive with all these connections. You have no idea. Like Goldman, like just everybody. Everybody is hooked up with that Canton coin. JP Morgan, State Street, BNY Mellon, Chainlink, Broadridge, Circle, DTCC. Oh my God. Just never ends. And 150 more. Alchemy Pay is involved. Like everybody's involved with this Canton coin. It's so massive. $2 to $5. So with just those two companies showing right here, About $2 to $5 is what the cost of Grok is showing it to be, with just BNY Mellon and State Street. If that's all the Canton coin, if they only had those two customers only, they got 300 to 400 customers. Think about this. They got 300 to 400 customers. If just those two, you could see a $5 Canton coin with just those two customers. Oh my God, that's good news. Sure glad I bought that motherfucker. We got Maria Sangria. Appreciate the deep dive. Your discipline and efficiency come through every time. Taking notes, Professor Hulk. Well, looks like we got a teacher's pet here. Wow. State Street. Let's see. Let me see if I can speed this up because we're already at the time. So you got State Street's worth $51 trillion in assets they're managing. Hooey. That alone would get Canton coin to $2.50. When this thing rips, I'm telling you, everybody's priced out. Just letting you know. If you don't have the money, get a damn loan and get all your crypto now. I'm looking at the board of directors, the key people at State Street. Jorg Ambrosius held senior roles at State Street in Europe and Asia. And that's who oversees the platform strategy. Then we got somebody by the name of Donna Milrod. She used to work at the DTCC. Another guy. These people at State Street are pretty well educated and have the experience at the world's top regulators and just these kinds of things. You're at the top of the top. State Street's hooked up with Stellar, Ethereum, Chainlink, Taurus. That's very large right there. Taurus, that is a Temenos partner, which is Ripple, by the way. Ondo is involved with State Street, JP Morgan, Finality. Launch announcement. Galaxy is involved. State Street. JP Morgan collaboration. August of 2025, they join with JP Morgan, the world's biggest bank. Now we got Taurus. Taurus joined in August of 2024 and then did some updates in 2025. Galaxy Digital. Ondo Finance, which is a BlackRock partner, is a partner of State Street. JP Morgan, world's biggest bank, Finality. Now, lastly, we look at Taurus. Taurus was founded in, well, look at this, Geneva, Switzerland. Isn't that something? It always goes back to Switzerland. Taurus has a focus on institutional grade solutions. It says here, Taurus SA was founded in April 2018 in Geneva, Switzerland, by 4 co-founders with extensive backgrounds in banking, regulatory compliance, IT, and cybersecurity. So Taurus appears to be like a tech-type company. Taurus collaborates with regulatory experts. So there's 200 people that work at Taurus. They have an office in Sao Paulo, Brazil, just like Ripple. They have 13 global offices. Taurus is a fintech company specializing in blockchain and digital assets. They have something called Taurus Protect. Let's look up, yeah. So they mainly do custody. They're Ethereum virtual machine. Oh, look right here. If they're EVM compatible, Ethereum. They're non-EVM compatible with Tezos, Solana, and Cosmos. And look right here. The Quant network is right in there as well. They have blockchain integration. It says public/permission chains like Quant network joined as a super validator in 2020. So the Quant network is mixed up in Taurus. I'm telling you, one day, I don't know when this happens, but these cryptos go skyrocket. And whenever that happens, that's when it happens. I don't have a date and time, everybody. Just be ready. You get your crypto and you wait. And when the adults say party time, then we're all rich. That's how this works. Now, November 2025, Taurus joined the Quant network as a custodian and a super validator, partnered with Kaiko, Kaiko, and Stellar. So Stellar's involved in this as well. Okay. Taurus added Solana to custody and tokenization services. They integrated with Temenos. So let's look here. Taurus integrated with Temenos. And what do we got here? Oh, wherever you find. Now remember, Taurus is doing custody, right? Okay. Look at the article I just sent you. Ripple-friendly Temenos. Ripple-friendly Temenos is picked by Societe Generale Group to modernize a bank in the Czech Republic. So we got Ripple-friendly Temenos. And what do we read just right there? We got Temenos, February 2025. So 1 year ago, Taurus, we have Taurus added Temenos for core banking. And Temenos, that's a Ripple partner. And what does Ripple have? Ripple Custody, which is their custody platform that came out of Switzerland. This is all Ripple's custody came out of Switzerland, even though it's from a German company. All this ties back. Very interesting. Here are the partnerships of Taurus, Clearbank, Everstake, Kaiko, Canton Network, Turbo Energy, and Stellar, Solana, Temenos, which is a Ripple partner, State Street, and there's some other ones, Internet Computer Protocol, ICP, Tezos. So those are your connections. I read off cryptos that are all involved with this, so you can see the connections. And you can see what is happening. What we just got done going over for the past hour is I read off to you global companies that are forming decentralized finance, which is joining what I'm showing you the past hour today and yesterday and the day before. Actually, for like the past month. What we're seeing are the biggest companies in the world. State Street, 51.7 trillion in assets. We're seeing the biggest financial companies in the world linking traditional finance to the future, which we call DeFi, which is Web3. We're seeing all this happen. I'm calling out cryptos that they're actually using to get this done. Now there's, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40,000 cryptos out there. There's what I'm reading to you are cryptos that are compliant. The cryptos that I'm reading off to you right now, they're being worked in to the banking investment system. These are not scam cryptos, obviously, because they're being worked in with the regulators. These are cryptos that have use case. We're calling them out on the Crypto Hulk Show. And if you want to invest in them, it's fine. If you don't, that's fine. I'm just showing you what's happening in the world with crypto. People are out there like, oh, I don't know anything about crypto. You got to spend time. And if you don't have a time, you ain't making the money. People think, oh, I'm going to just put in $1,000, $5,000 and then walk away from it. No, you got to understand things change. Cryptos that sometimes are going to be used, they decide, we're probably not going to use that one. Crypto is something where it's a journey and you've got to take time. You got to set time aside. And if you don't, you're going to get wrecked. Something's going to happen. Something's going to switch. In the past, I want to say 2 months, I've taken 5 cryptos off my list that I used to have. I sold them off and put them into other ones. These things happen. Does an asset need to be built if it's already blessed? The PTB will flip the switch and the chosen ones will blast off. So easy. Hulk does 50% of the work. Powers that be. Oh. I mean, you know, and that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with these rich people. Here's what we're dealing with. You can't predict prices. That's the dumbest shit. When I see a YouTuber predicting prices, I'm like, wow, that's so fucking stupid. What's sad is people watch these shows. I'm like, oh yeah, next Thursday at 3:00. Okay, let me write that down. That's when the crypto takes off. That's so fucking stupid. Look, you're dealing with the richest people in the world creating a system of crypto to control all of us. That's the end game. So they start off, like I already told you, it's like, think of Pinocchio. That's one of the best examples I could take. Pinocchio always wanted to be a real boy. Okay. And Geppetto was the toy maker that made him. Now, Pinocchio sees this one bad kid, and then they go to what's called Pleasure Island. And then eventually all the kids turn into donkeys, and then they have to work in the salt mines, okay? But in the beginning, Pleasure Island is Pleasure Island. I think Pinocchio and his friends were like shooting pool and smoking and probably drinking, and there's probably little puppet or Muppet hookers or something in there, and they're having a good old time. But then all of a sudden, their ears started growing big. They started growing into donkeys. And then poor Pinocchio just wanted to go back home to Geppetto. That's crypto, okay? The crypto in the beginning is Pleasure Island. Some of you guys are going to be rich, millionaires and stuff, right? But then what's going to happen is we're all going to start turning into donkeys. And that's when the powers that be start to gain control over the whole entire world. And they don't care who you are. You can be worth $5 billion. They don't care. They'll zap your account. They'll undo all your transactions. Whatever it is, the bad shit's going to happen. That's how all this ends up. I'm sorry to tell you that, but so let's do this. Let's get into crypto, make a lot of money out of this, buy some properties, divest out of crypto into some other things. And then one day, I mean, look, rather than just stay, some people have this mentality because they have the dumb money mentality. Well, what's the point of getting into crypto if they're just going to, well, what's the point? Because I want to get a mansion. I want to have some Lambos, lots of money. Maybe I want some medical procedures done. Maybe I got family members that need some surgeries. I want to be rich in the beginning, buy all the shit I want to have, and then later when they take it away, rather than just be broke the whole time. What's the fucking point of that? I'd rather go buy some land somewhere and all that. But you don't have to buy. You could just be broke like you are now, and then later you'll be broke then. But at least for the next 5 years or 10 years, I want to be rich. Now, later, if I end up broke, then that's fine. But I'd rather have something and enjoy life for 10 years and just be miserable and broke for 10 years. That's my philosophy then. Go out on top. That is exactly right. Okay. I am done. This program's over, hour and 15 minutes. I will try to make a show in the evening, Sunday PM show, 5 o'clock PM Pacific.